concerto who will also be playing in the band. This is Alfredo Ramirez.
Hello, thank you all for being here. It's an honor, privilege. Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Alfredo. Super excited, as you guys can tell. I'll try not to rush. So my name is Alfredo Ramirez. I'm doing my master's at Colorado State University. I'm doing a master's in clarinet performance and a master's in performing arts management. I've been playing banda since I was around 14 years old. Banda is a wind band that plays Mexican folk music. I've been playing banda. Banda has been one of the reasons I began a career in music. I started learning music. I started learning classical music after classical banda. And when I began studying music, I built a wall between classical music and banda, because banda is really seen lower. It's not seen like a respect for music. It's an underdog of music. It doesn't have a value like classical music. And so I was kind of embarrassed when I was playing at university and college, saying that, oh, I play banda. It was something embarrassing for me. But as I've learned more, I'm learning to embrace it more. And it's similar to my life story. So my parents immigrated to California from Mexico, and I used to be embarrassed of my parents picking me up from school or even saying where they worked. It was embarrassing because they would come pick me up in an old car, dirty. They would show up all dirty because they worked in the fields. They worked picking oranges, grapes. And it was something embarrassing for me. But as I matured and I grew older, I learned that that's what made who I am. And now that I embrace it, I feel like it's my identity, and I would not change anything of the way I was raised. And the same thing with banda. As I learn more about music now, I'm realizing that it's part of my identity, and I need to embrace it so I could be a better musician. Okay, I just wanted to share a little bit about who I am, where I come from. Hopefully by the end of this presentation, you guys get to know what a banda is, the equipment used in the clarinet setting, the difference between a mariachi and a banda, and just our role overall as clarinet players in banda, and a little bit of banda. So what is banda? Banda, like I said, plays Mexican folk music. It started, I like to say, by poor people, for the poor people, because just like in classical music, people couldn't afford to go to concerts. So poor people were inspired to want to make their own music. So as ships would sail to Mexico and stop in Mexico, different ships from Germany, United States, all over the world, they would stop in Mexico and bring instruments along with their culture. And little by little, banda started making its own identity. And today, instrumentation of banda consists of 3 clarinets, 3 trumpets, and something unique, 3 vowel trombones, tuba, sousaphone, 2 alto horns, and then congas and güiro. When they're not playing alto horn, they're playing congas or güiro. And then we have snare drum with timbales, bass drum. You guys will see them later. But since this is ICA, I wanted to focus on the clarinet role. So a lot of clarinetists in banda tend to use a plastic clarinet, primarily Yamaha clarinet. The 2 reasons I think we tend to use that brand in plastic is because we play in different circumstances, different weathers, different venues. So playing a wood clarinet is kind of hard to take care of when we're indoors 1 hour, then the next hour we're outside, or we're playing at rodeos, or it starts raining. Taking care of a wood clarinet, well, you guys know, it's gonna crack. And the second one is because of the bright tone that plastic clarinet provides. Banda clarinets, I don't know how, but Beechler Mouthpieces has established itself as like the banda mouthpieces today people are using experimenting with different mouthpieces like Jody Jazz, and I found out this week that even some Van Doren mouthpieces. And we tend to use really open tip, because we have to play at the volume as trumpets and trombones. So that's one of the reasons we use wide. And hopefully you guys hear that later. Hopefully, even then, we're still not as loud as them. And then, so Banda clarinetists tend to look up, idolize role model clarinetists like Benny Goodman, Artie Shaw, and Kenny G. Even though Kenny G is not a clarinetist, a lot of clarinetists like the way he vibrates, but also the way he sings through his instrument. And I wanted to play demonstrate a little bit, because the first reaction I get when I play for anyone, they're like, oh, you sound like a saxophone, even though it's a clarinet. So I want to play a little bit so you guys could hear it, and maybe you guys could tell if it does sound like a saxophone or it sounds like a clarinet. Something I wanted to let everyone know is that there's not one way you vibrato in one banda. There's not one way you should sound in banda. Everybody's experimenting, trying to create their own style of playing the clarinet in the bandas. And I put this video for two reasons. One, because it's an old recording of banda, how it used to sound back in the day. One, so you guys could see if you guys could hear the similarities with other genres like big band. And the second one, so you guys can pay attention to the sound of the clarinet, because it's not how I sound, it's not how we sound. And it's because the sound of banda is evolving throughout time because of new equipment. So I'll play a little bit of it. So I hope you were able to hear. When I first heard this, I was like, wow, that sounds like a big band. And I hope maybe you guys heard some influence of big band in there. And then a fun fact is that Banda clarinetists are starting to be recognized and seen. Pavel Ocampo, who's a clarinetist in Banda MS, he's now a Leger artist, so he gets sponsored by Leger. And it's something cool because it's showing that clarinetists and Banda are becoming a someone. I had to put this slide on here because every time I tell someone, oh, I play in a banda. Oh, you play mariachi? No, I play banda. Oh, you play mariachi banda? No, I play banda, so I have to sit there and give them a whole lesson like, okay, the difference between a mariachi is this. So hopefully you guys get to learn the difference, if you guys don't know the difference already. So mariachi, the first big difference is the outfits, obviously. They wear more like a charo suit, big hats. So if you see someone with, you won't see a banda wearing big sombreros like that. We were different. And then the second biggest one is instrumentation. Mariachi's primarily strings, for the exception of trumpets. Banda is brass, with the exception of clarinets. And the biggest difference as well is percussion. Mariachi does not have these percussion instruments that we do. That's one of the reasons we sound louder than mariachi. Mariachi tends to be more melodic, enjoyable. People tend to have mariachi at cocktails. If you go to quinceañera, they'll tend to have my cocktails or dinner hour. And then banda is usually the party music. We're programmed for the party music because We're joyful music. So they're not the same thing. Mariachi and banda are two different things. And even although mariachi has established itself as the traditional Mexican music, everybody knows what mariachi is. Banda is becoming way more popular than mariachi. Hopefully there's no one here that thinks mariachi because they're gonna probably hate me. Banda is doing different things that no other genre or Mexican genre has done. Selling on Madison Square Garden. Mariachi has performed at the White House as well. But something I don't think mariachi has done is collaborate with an American artist or a funk artist. So 3 years ago, Snoop Dogg posted on social media, he was smoking, listening to Banda saying, oh, Banda we should make something, you know? And people were just like, oh, he's just smoking, it's not gonna happen. But they ended up getting together and making a song together. And I'll play a little bit of it.
Every time you leave, there's only one thing that I know. What's that? Baby, yo te extraño. Maybe that's my culpa. I'm guilty cause I go away a lot. Say you want me to stay and I won't. So then I'm here whenever you say that you need me. Si me necesitas, I'm around, believe me. Digo double G, soy tu perito ya. Even when I get out, I come right back to the yard. A mí me duele cuando no estás conmigo. Y aunque soy tu hombre, todavía soy amigo. Te digo te amo, that means I love you dearly. And every time you're gone, I'm always gonna want you near me. Snoopy.
So there was an interview where Banda was saying that they were nervous to release the song because it was something out of the traditional. They did not know how their audience was going to react with it, so that made them nervous. But it was a huge success. This video has gotten over 80 million views. But the biggest success is that it was something historical, mixing two different genres, and that also inspired other artists to want to collaborate with Banda. So the next recording video I'm going to show is Ice Cube and Banda MS.
It's Banda, MS, and Ice Cube.
¿Cuáles fronteras? Si somos de los mismos, aquí ya no hay banderas, más bien hay un equipo y las barreras van a seguir cayendo. Y quieras o no quieras, solo es cuestión de tiempo. Brindo por los que cayeron, los que se quedaron y que no pudieron llegar hasta aquí. Los recordaremos. Brindo pues me lo merezco porque nadie sabe qué tan duro es esto, pero sigo aquí y aquí seguiremos.
Just people at the border, trying to get an order. I just want some water, trying to get my daughter. He just wanna slaughter, smell like marijuana. That is your honor, he's a plain Madonna, but I'ma get your hands up. We gon' show 'em we can stand up. Load the band up, man up, let's rock the band up. Let's go.
Brindo por los que cayeron.
So the title of this song is called ¿Cuáles fronteras? What barriers? What frontiers? And at least for me, it was really meaningful because this song is talking about how Mexicans immigrate to the United States. And personally, that had a big relationship to me, connection. Because my parents, like I said, my parents immigrated to California. So growing up, I was small, I did not know, but my parents used to tell me, oh, we don't mess with the authority, we don't do this, we don't get in trouble. And I was like, okay, I guess. But it wasn't until I got older and I understood why we didn't mess with the authority, because they're immigrants. So I lived that life of fear. I also experienced how you would go work in the fields and, you know, ice would show up and people would start running away. I also experienced how family members would get deported and my cousins would stay, like, go foster, but we would go get them. Like all that. But I also have learned from friends and family how difficult it actually is to cross the border, crossing through the desert. I've heard stories how people wanted to actually like just get caught by border patrol and get sent back home because it was that difficult. And this song is really meaningful because now we have artists like ICA allowing us to reach a wider audience and sharing that story, making others understand like what immigrants go through, how we feel being immigrants in the United States. I am a high believer that we need to start, the next step into public schools is Banda. People are starting to incorporate mariachis already. Mariachi has, because it's traditional music, but Banda is becoming more popular. Schools have all the instruments, public schools have all the instruments to start forming a Banda. Universities have the same thing. And a lot of, the biggest question I get is like, oh, can non-Mexicans play your guys' music? And I always say yes. We have 2 Banda members that, they're not even from Mexico, they're from Guatemala. They might look Mexican, but they're not from Mexico. And then, this video that I'm gonna show you guys is a Banda from New York. They're all non-Mexicans, and they're playing Banda. And at least me personally, it gives me joy when I see other people wanting to learn or beginning to learn our music because they're enjoying our culture. I'll show a little bit of the video. So I wanted to keep this presentation kind of short because I could spend hours trying to talk to you about Banda. I could spend hours talking to you about what Banda is and showing you videos, but the best way to experience any culture is just for you to live it, be there. I could tell you about tacos. Oh, you know, taco has tortilla, carne, salsa. But you might not even like it. You're like, oh, I don't like tacos, I'm vegan or something. So the best way to experience any culture is just go out and experience it. And I know a lot of you can't go to Mexico and live the culture, and that is why I wanted to bring the culture to you guys. And can you guys please help me welcome Banda La Patrona. That's the fun part.
Y arriba México.
The first song we played was Los Amores de Julia, the second one Tecateando, and the third one was Perla. I hope you guys can tell the influence from jazz in Banda. I think it has some improvisation in it, some swing in it. The next song we're gonna play is called Corazón de Texas, and there's an American version of this song. It's called Deep in the Heart of Texas. I didn't know this, but we have our own version in Banda called Corazón de Texas. So if you guys know Deep in the Heart of Texas, then you guys might hear the similarities. Hope you enjoy.
la mera vena de Jerez, y en la pasónica. Yeah. Y esa mera vena que se mueve. Trompos, trompetas. So. México.
Thank you. Thank you. So even though this piece didn't feature clarinets, it featured trombones. I programmed it because it featured these three trombones where you could hear they're pretty good, or have never taken a lesson. And then something more interesting is they can't even read music. They can't read music, but they play their hearts and souls. And a lot of people from the banda have never taken a lesson. They're all self-taught. So if you guys look at the embouchures, don't judge them. They learn on their own. But what matters is, they enjoy playing this. We play every weekend and we just have fun. It's our job. We get paid to have fun. We get paid to party. The next piece we're gonna play is, you guys may know it as China Boy, because Benny Goodman recorded it. It's called China Boy, but we have our version and it's called El Chinito.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the first half, I programmed it so it could be instrumental music because when Banda started, it was instrumental. They did not have voices because it was hard for vocalists to sing over that. So later on when they had microphones, they incorporated singers into Banda. Sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath. And so the next half we're gonna play is gonna be music that has singers, and it's music that we play today, every weekend. So if you go here in Denver, this is what we play every weekend. So I hope you enjoy what we played this.
solo la miré, no sé cómo fue, pero siento cosas como que me enamoré. De Zacatecas, y arriba bonita, también sencilla y su cara bonita. No la miren a ella porque es bonita. Me parece que me enamoré. Que se llenó de mi soledad con su sonrisa. Me la paso pensando solo en tu querida. Me parece que me enamoré. Sin querer, solo la miré. No sé cómo fue, pero siento cosas como que me enamoré. Solo la miré. No sé cómo fue, pero siento cosas como que me enamoré. Y ya vamos llegando, chiquitita. Esta me la ven a querer. Bueno, la patrona. Bonita, también sencilla y su cara bonita. No la miren a ella porque es bonita. Me parece que me enamoré. Bonita, que se llenó de mi soledad con su sonrisa. Me la paso pensando solo en tu carita. Me parece que me enamoré. Si quieres, solo la miré. No sé cómo fue, pero
everyone for being here. Thank you to Dr. Barra. Oh my God, I can't see. Making a dream come true. My families for supporting me. And the number one thank you, my girlfriend. Takes care. She moved out to Colorado just to support me in every way. If it wasn't for her, I would have not been here. I don't know. We have time for one more song, but I don't think so. Where's the? What?
So sorry.
Okay. The boss, the owner of the band, wanted to say some words.
All right, how we doing, everybody? I want to thank you and also I want to thank Alfredo. He started with us, playing with us last year. He moved from California, and I didn't know who he was, but someone told me that his parents were from Oaxaca. So I was like, yeah, you're in. You don't have to, we don't need to interview or anything. Yeah, so we're very, very excited. My name is Javier Torres. I'm the leader of the band, and we have the musical director here, who is Chepe. Is known as Chepe. I want to take 2 minutes, just 2 minutes to say something real quick. So we are both Mexicans. I'm from Oaxaca, he's from Guanajuato. And we started this project like 3 years ago, after the pandemic. And we grow, I think, every year. The idea was to go to the next level. We're not there yet, but we're trying. So we originally started with like 5 musicians. Now we're 17. We're so proud that we started here in Colorado. But I know that music, it's we say international language. I think even though you guys don't know what we're singing, you guys still can feel the rhythm. So that's what it is about music, So I just want to say thank you. I see that you guys enjoy it, and I think everybody is happy. All the musicians here that we confirmed this band. We're from different parts of Mexico, but we also have two guys from Guatemala. The tuba player is from Guatemala, and the trumpet player is from Guatemala. We're so excited that, like I said, music, doesn't. It doesn't matter where you're from, what color you are, what race. It's about music, about life. So I asked Alfredo, I wanted to say just a few words to you. I want to thank you, and we had a really good time today. I'm so happy because this is our dream. This is the dream that we had, Chepe and I, and then we got these guys with us now that they are, an amazing persons, good musicians, even though we didn't have education as some of you guys have, or most of you guys have, but we're still, we love what we do, so I think that's all that matters, that we love what we do, and we're musicians forever, right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think that's all what I wanted to say. Also, just real quick, I want to thank you, Alfredo, again, for bringing us. As you guys know, he's someone that is very responsible, well dedicated. He's always on time, like 30 minutes before us, and he's like, where's everybody? I'm already here. So that shows that he's responsible, and I always tell him, I know you're a student, and you're gonna go, you're gonna get very far, and thank you, everyone. That's all I want to say.